Every woman has a unique story, and as a journalist, I want to share with you some of the most inspiring ones. I'm Sarah Strackhouse, and this is the Strackhouse. Thank you for joining us for this special episode of the Strackhouse. It's a two-parter. We were traveling through Italy and through Ireland. This part is through Italy. We're a little out of our house, but along the way we got immersed in the culture, got to meet a lot of wonderful women. I'm here in Amalfi right now. We hit Rome, Florence, Naples, Pompeii, Amalfi, much more, and we can't wait for you to join us. Thanks so much for joining us for this special episode of the Strackhouse. I'm here with Kristen, who's one of the founders of Live Italy. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you. Thank you for coming on tour with us.
Absolutely. I just finished up a tour here at the Colosseum and the ruins. It was fabulous. I mean, Ariana was phenomenal. She took us really through this private tour. It was myself, my husband, and 2 others, and it was just so intimate and really nice. Can you tell me a little bit about why you started Live Italy and what makes this so special?
So it was actually my husband who started back in 2009 because he was a tour guide himself, working mainly in the Vatican museums, which is quite crowded, and he was working with these large tour groups, you know, with headsets and flags, and that was what he really wanted to avoid. He wanted to give the travelers this intimate experience that you had today.
So then how did you get roped in?
I'm actually a major in logistics and business, so
it kind of just fit perfect.
It kind of, yeah.
So then what about the VR aspect of it? Because we had these really cool goggles to actually see what the Colosseum would have looked like, you know, way back when it was kind of built and constructed. Tell us how that was brought into it.
Well, we always try to develop new cool features for our tours and give, you know, special accesses, so give something a little bit extra to the client. So this was an idea that was kind of birthed because back in the day, back a few years ago, you saw these virtual realities everywhere, and we thought, why not add that on a tour? That really helps the traveler to visualize how it used to look.
And the experience was really great because you could kind of compare as well. You could see what it used to look like and then kind of walk around and understand what you're looking at. And that was the wonderful part about your tour guide as well. Can you tell me a little bit about how many languages you offer the tour in and how people can find out more information?
So the small groups of max 6 people are offered in English or in Spanish. If it's a private tour, we offer in any language that exists, basically. So yeah, Portuguese, French, German, whatever.
That is very cool. And like I said, we talked about before, you know, you saw these big groups kind of going by, and yours was, it was so intimate, and you really got to see little private pieces that I don't think you'd get to see in a big tour. You know, you got to see a wall and see a little piece of construction. So it was very, very cool. If people want to come on this tour or find out more information, what's the best way to do so?
To go to our website, liveitaly.com, or you can also visit our new website in a few weeks, which is actually livetours.com, because we're launching also tours in France and England as well.
Wow, okay. Tell me one thing you want people to take away from watching this interview. You know, why do you love doing this?
Well, we love to give the traveler, we see it as a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to come to Italy or to France or wherever they're coming, so we really want them to, you know, leave the country with the biggest smile on their face and, you know, be super duper happy about their vacation.
Well, I know that we definitely are. Well, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
All right.
Gelato is good?
In the Amalfi Coast, lemons are produced by the millions all over. Right now it's a little too cold, so you can't see all of the beautiful yellow and green that we normally see, but they're made for limoncello across the country. We actually ate some of the outside and they're so much sweeter than the ones we get in America. They're wonderful. If you ever have a chance to come to Italy, make sure you stop in Amalfi, get a authentic lemon. They're huge, just like this. They're delicious, and like I said, if you can't make it to Italy, definitely get some limoncello to try it out. Thanks so much for watching. Make sure to join us next week for Ireland. And if you have any questions about our itinerary, you can drop a comment here below or message us. We'd be happy to keep you updated and let us know how we can make your trip a little bit better. Thanks again. We'll see you next week.